Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So we saw in the overnight session the market continues to balance within the recent range, but the buy side is more dominant. So at this point, heading into the open, we have pre-market support at 85.5 to 87.5, and holding above that area would confirm that buyers are still in control, and continued balance above pre-market support would open the door for a break above the 92.5 to 94.5 resistance for a test of 96.75 to 99. On the downside, in the event that we come below 85.5, it really would not change the overall bias, and the buyers can still maintain control, but it would tell you that perhaps we're not going to get a breakout today above initial resistance. So below the 85.5 pre-market support, we have the gap fill at 84.75, the overnight low at 82.25, which is important support as well, and then finally 78 to 80.5. That's the larger time frame area which needs to hold at this point if buyers are going to maintain short-term control and take ES back up towards 92.5 to 94.5 or beyond. But like I said, ideally you want to see the market holding above the previous close, above 85.5 to 87.5, and then it would be more likely that we could at least get a breakout attempt above 92.5 to 94.5. Now, also keep in mind that today is essentially a holiday session. We're heading into a long weekend, and typically, the day before Thanksgiving, the market is quite slow. The volume is pretty light, and usually we don't get any big directional moves. Now, we can get some continued drift to the upside, and we can continue balancing here and still actually break out and go up to 96.75 to 99. But just understand that the pace of the price action is usually not that great. So it can take some time for the moves to materialize. And even though 96.75 to 99 is a valid upside target in the event that we actually have sustained upside momentum and broad market strength, and TF continues to hold up because TF is also approaching some better resistance. So if all of that happens, then ES can definitely test 96.75 to 99. It's not that far away, but the way it does it might be a bit more slow because of this low volume holiday session. So just keep that in mind when you are putting on trades that it might require sitting in the trade for several hours for it to actually finally hit the target. And you need to be patient if you're going to trade that type of price action and that type of pace. The focus is going to continue to be on the long side as long as we're not seeing just outright weakness in this market. So we would have to see a lot more from the sell side in order to change our bias. And unless that happens, it's going to be safer to focus on long setups, on pullbacks into support. 85.5 to 87.5 is the immediate support and the more aggressive support, but at the same time, if the market is truly strong, then that's the zone that has potential to hold before ES actually goes up towards 96.75 to 99. Now, on the upside, the 96.75 to 99 continues to be valid resistance, but we have to keep in mind that by the time the market gets there, it will be breaking out above a 4 to 5 day balance, so it doesn't necessarily have to stop at 96.75 to 99. Now, the only reason it may actually end up still stalling at that zone is mainly because of the light volume. There's simply not enough volume in the market at the moment to really support a big range. But it doesn't mean that the market has to provide a good short there either. So 96.75 to 99 is a good target, and the only time it would make sense to short that zone is if we are timing it with the Russell perhaps hitting some major resistance, which if you look at the TF and look at the recent swing high, we have that at 1201 and then some resistance around 1197.5. So if TF is overextended and hitting 1200 or 1201 as ES is testing 2099, then perhaps it could provide a intraday short. But just keep in mind that you would be going against the dominant side, which is the buy side, as ES goes up there. So today I think the safer trades are still going to be on the long side at good location. And if you're not getting good location, or if there's not sufficient momentum behind the move, then it's probably better to be more careful and not really get involved at an aggressive price because, like I said, with that lighter volume and slower pace, it could take several hours for the move to materialize. And if you're in from an aggressive price, then it's going to be tougher to hold that trade. So that's really the environment we're in right now. That is the current context. Again, holiday market, be a little bit more careful, a little bit more conservative, just because the reward potential may not be as high. We do have a couple of econ reports out at 9 a.m. Central Time, so the first hour to two can still be somewhat better price action, but after that, I think the opportunity potential is going to dwindle down. So it'll be even more important to be careful later in the day as opposed to in the first hour. So those are the main thoughts heading into the open. Let's see if the buy side can maintain control here by holding it above the gap and the 85.5 to 87 pre-market support, and we'll take it from there.